All right. So, good morning, everybody. Today we're going to play with a kind of a lot of different things. In other words, it's a potpourri of yoga class today. But I want to make sure that you have a blanket or a towel that you can use because we're going to use that a bit today. And if you can, and you may not be able to, and so if you can't, and I know a couple, at least two people that won't be able to go here, I want you to take your blanket or your towel and roll it up in a little roll. And then if you can, if your knees will allow, and you know who you are, you're going to tuck that baby behind your knees and you're going to have a seat. Right. So if you have done this, you will find out pretty quickly that this doesn't feel good. It hurts. So, one of the things that you can do is take a block behind you at any height, right? And take some of the pressure off. So it's basically it's thunderbolt pose or hero pose. And what I'm really hoping to do, we won't be here forever, is to start by getting those calf muscles to open up a little bit. I know this is intense. We won't stay long. Okay. So the calf muscles at the backs of your lower legs can get super tight, super tight. And we don't do a lot to stretch those effectively. And so this is like getting a deep massage in your calves. So hang out with me if you can. If it gets to the point where you are really uncomfortable, you come on out before I do, and that's perfectly okay. But whatever you choose, whether you're sitting up on a block or have the blanket here or both, or you're sitting in a regular easy pose, all of those are okay. Let's bring the shoulders back away from the front chest. Let the arms be heavy. Soften the hands wherever is comfortable. You can have them sitting in your lap or on your thighs. And then close the eyes for a moment and just check out your alignment, right? As we draw the shoulders to the side body, already we feel the chest lift a little bit. Low belly engages. Find your breath. Good. And if you can stand the blanket, 5 solid breaths right here. And if you've had enough, just take it out. So let's take a nice deep breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, let it go. 2, 3 more. Inhale. Exhale, let it out. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. And last one. And exhale. And if you happen to still be on that blanket, I want you to lean forward, take it out. Take your legs back out in front of you and find a comfortable seated pose. Okay, just sit your blanket aside for now. Woo! And then take the legs straight out in front of you and just feel the legs and point your feet. You can have the hands behind you to support or flex, and then point and flex, point and flex. Good. The next time you point, I want you to just hold for a second, right? So as we point the toes, we are stretching the front shins, right? The front of those lower legs, anterior tibialis, all kinds of fun muscles there. But we stretch the front. Now, this is not a position we do, right, all that often. So big stretch here, and then slowly flex. So we've contracted the front of the legs. You can see maybe your little muscles popping up there a little bit. Good. Now point again. This time we are contracting the calf muscles, right? There's two different calf muscles back there, among others. And then as we flex the feet, we stretch through the back of the legs. So we want to just understand these simple little features, because then when we're doing something and we want to feel something, we go, oh, yeah, look, I'm contracting the front of the legs. I'm stretching the back of the legs. Kind of fun. It's fun, right? This is all fun. All right, then find Dandasana. Okay, yoga geek. I admit, yoga geek. Take your shoulders up to your ears, squeeze them back, place the hands down beside you. You can be on fingertips, you can be on flat palms, you can have the hands behind you to help support your back. And then nice tone to the belly. Big deep breath, strong Dandasana pose right off the bat. Take the arms up to the ceiling. This is optional, right? If you take the arms up and you round, you don't want to do that. But then breathe and feel how the chest, right? That sternum will lift up, but yet the belly tones in to keep us from overarching the back. Keep the legs fired up. Take the arms out to the side. Turn the palms forward and then curl back as you round as the palms touch. Good. And then inhale, open them up. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, curl. Good. Fire up the legs. Inhale. Exhale, curl it. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, curl. I want you to hold it right here. Now, squeeze that belly in nice and strong. Lift up, lift up, lift up. Take the arms up. Exhale, take them down and roll it out. Good. Take the legs wide. Don't have to go super wide here. It's not about the inner thighs on this one. I want you to lift up. Take the hands forward. Open up, lift the chest. Exhale, curl back. Inhale, open. Exhale, curl. Good. One more. Inhale, open. Actually, three more. Exhale, curl. Feel that, right? Inhale, open. Exhale. Last one. Inhale it open. Exhale, curl, curl, curl. Lift it up. Lift up strong. Lift up strong. Take the arms up. Exhale, let it go. Take the legs together. Bend your knees. Good. I'm going to turn sideways for this. Dig those heels into the floor. We're getting core out of the way super quick. Dig the heels in, lift your chest, take the arms up. Good, listen up here, right? Lots of variations. I want you to lean back and hold. Do not round your lower back. You got this. Open up the shoulders. If this is really hard, hands go underneath the thighs and you just lift your chest there, right? No big deal. Good, lift up. Exhale, keep the back neutral. Inhale. Exhale, lean back. Good, two more. Inhale. Exhale, lean back. Watch what you're doing with your head. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, lean back and hold. Now, you might be able to lean back a lot with those heels dug in without rounding your back. I want you to take it up just a little bit higher. Lift one heel. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No centering today, right? Drop that heel, lift the other heel, breathe, squeeze it in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop that, lift up. Exhale, lean back. Inhale up. Exhale, lean back. One more. Inhale up. Exhale, lean back, lean back, lean back. How far can you go without rounding? Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Take it up so it's more neutral. Lift one heel, hold. Big deep breath. Lift the other heel, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give me 10 taps and we're done. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 3.5, 2, and 1, and let go. Woo! Yeah, baby. That felt good. And then sit nice and easy. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, your left hand down. Take the right arm over. Oh, stretch, stretch, stretch. Right. And just feel what's happening in this whole, for you, this whole right side, right? My left side. Just feel that big stretch. Make sure your other side is supported. Hands on the floor, elbows soft, shoulders back, all those things you already know. And then feel this side body right here. What I want you to do is squeeze it in and then let it go. Good. Exhale, squeeze and open. One more. Squeeze it in. I want you to feel that contraction and release, let go, take the arms up. Exhale, other side, other side. Dropping it down, opening up that shoulder, make sure it's not hiked up, and take the arm over. How's it feel, right? Simple, simple side body stretch. Some of you I know don't have your legs crossed. Maybe they're out here more and crossed a little bit easier on the knees, right? Just be mindful if they're straight. Good, then same thing here. I want you to feel that outer stretch and then squeeze it in. Good, inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze. Yeah, inhale. Exhale, squeeze, hold for a moment, maybe tone that low belly, and then push up. Exhale, let go. Good, roll it out. And then grab your blanket. So we're moving kind of quick through these. So your blanket is just folded in its normal fold, how it would normally be for you, or you have a towel instead. And then take the sides of your mat or scoot to the edge of your mat, which I don't have the ability to do that. And take the blanket to one side of your mat. You would have to sit sideways, or if you have enough room, on either side of your mat. So basically that blanket is able to slide. Okay, that's what we're looking for. All right, and you're just sitting regular easy. So take your hand, it's your right hand, my left hand. Take it on the blanket, roll the shoulder back, tone the belly in. Inhale, reach the arm up. Breathe. Now, here's where it gets to be a whole bunch of fun. Push the hand into your blanket and scoot out. How far you go is up to you, and it's up to that side body. Now, push into the blanket to squeeze and let the arm come down. Let's do 5 of those. Inhale. Exhale, slow work here, everybody. And then squeeze it in to let go. Good. If you're on a surface that doesn't slide, maybe you just take the hand out wider and then bring it in again, squeeze. Now, these last 2, I want you to feel back here more than here. So I really want you to squeeze in. Inhale it up. Good. Now push into that hand and squeeze the back body. Yeah, one more right here. Inhale. Exhale as you take it over. Squeeze it in and let go. Nice job, everybody. And let's switch sides. Doop, doop. Good. So how did that feel, right? So a little bit different than just doing this, right? So that hand is on your blanket. You're finding your breath. When you're ready, big tone here. Plant the hand. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Push into your hand to squeeze back. Good. And 4 more. Inhale. Exhale as you hold, push to squeeze in and reach up. Don't be in a hurry. Where's your body going to go for you? And up. 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale, squeeze it. Squeeze it in. Yeah. Last one. Take it up. Exhale it over. Squeeze it in. And let go. Take that blanket right in front of you. Now, take the legs out so that they're comfortable. The knees are big and bent. Want you to watch your low backs here. Okay, so dig the heels in. The blanket is right in front of you. I'm going to get right to the edge of my blanket. You can be on any edge. And then push and bring it back. Good. Push. Bring it back. 3 more. Push. Squeeze it back. 2 more. Reach forward. Squeeze back. Last one. Push. Squeeze it back. Open up the shoulders. Take your hands behind. Put those heels on your blanket. So just doing a little bit of warm up here. Push it out with both feet and squeeze it back in. So these are pretty, no big deal, right? You're squeezing them in. So I want you to have a lot of intention here. As you squeeze in, think about these hamstrings at the backs of the legs. Squeeze in and out. Good. 2 more. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze hard. And out. Good. Last one. Squeeze it in. Hold right here. It's your knee bend, right? Where are you at? See if you can plant your feet, plant your hands, open up your shoulders, lift your hips. Good. Choices. Out. Squeeze in. If that's too hard, drop the hips. Out. Squeeze. Good. 2. Pull them in. Last 2. Push out. Squeeze in. Last one. Squeeze in and drop your hips. Whoo, shake out those wrists. I know. Good. If your legs cross easily, go ahead and cross them. Set your blanket aside. Just grab one block and we'll be done with this. So take the block in your left hand, my right hand, your left hand, whichever works best for you from a brain standpoint. You got a hold of this block. You're going to inhale, lift it up. Take the other arm up. Grab your block. Take it down. Inhale it up and down. Good. Inhale and down. Take it up. Now, what are we doing? Think about it, right? I had this thought, right? So we use the word mindfulness a lot, right? Be mindful, be mindful, be mindful. And this morning I thought, be thoughtful, right? What are we doing here? I want you to stop at the top. What are we doing as we hold this block between? What happens to our bodies? Are we overreaching the ribs? Are we overarching? And then with that block, and by the way, if that's too close for the shoulders, go wide, right? Don't have to go narrow here. And then just rock side to side. And let that block be a little, just like a little metronome, right? It's just like ticking side to side, little side body work, right? No kidding. Breathe. The next time your arms reach to one side, I want you to hold. If you can, both arms are straight. That's going to make it harder to bending. If it's too hard, bend the elbows, right? No big deal. Now, press down through that opposite hip. Draw the ribs in. Remember, we did that on the side. So instead of overarching, I want you to squeeze them in, working side body obliques. Big deep breath. Take it center. Let's go to the other side. Hold. Try not to over grip your block. Arms as straight as they can be. That opposite shoulder is open, so you're not curling forward. And then draw those outer ribs back in as if you were going to make a really straight line to that side. Good. Take it center. Bend the elbows. Set your block down and roll it out, everybody. Well done. Well done. All right. So let's come on off of our behinds. Come up to table pose. If you need something under your knees, right? Your blanket is right there. Your towel is right there. Maybe put something underneath the knees. And then plant your hands. Your blocks are nearby. We're going to use them in a minute. Your blocks are nearby. Your hands are spread out. Your thumb, index finger pressing in. You're holding on to that imaginary beach ball between the elbows, but yet the shoulders and chest is nice and wide. Take the right leg out. Squeeze the lower belly in. Lift the leg and breathe. Just notice, right? How does that feel? Can you draw those front hip bones away from the floor? Maybe you take your left hand and just place it on the sacrum and draw the sacrum down, and notice how you just got taller away from the floor. Really press the heel back into the imaginary wall. We've got a lot of imaginaries going on today. Big deep breath. Good. And then that same left hand, reach it out. Find balancing table, keeps drawing in through the low belly, keeping those hip bones away from the floor. That's it. Soften your head, your neck, right? Are you carrying a whole bunch of tension there? It doesn't really need to be. Lower the hand, keep the leg. You know you can go to soft fists here if your wrists are chatty. Okay, so that's an easy one. And then just take that knee to the elbow, to the outside. And then reach it back and across and tap. Right, inhale, squeeze it in. Exhale, tap back. One more here. Squeeze. And then tap it back. Hold that tap back. Your leg is across the other leg. And then look back. So again, we're stretching that outer side body. Find your breath. Big deep breath, everybody. And then lift up that leg, release it, set it down. Maybe you sit back on your toes if you're able. Shake out your wrists. Right? We think of the body and what we can move in it, right? So here I am stretching out my toes. Sneaky little move, right? Because we don't do this very often, and we should. All right, no shoulds. We should. All right, here we go. Plant the hands, squeeze it in. Remember to engage here. Press your left leg back, squeeze your belly in, lift the leg. Once you've lifted the leg, I want you to play more, right? With that tone of the belly, with the press of the heel. Maybe the right hand comes to the sacrum and actually draws it down, encourages the belly to draw in a little bit more. That's it. Big deep breath, everybody. And then take the right arm out. Did that change anything in your pose? Find your breath. Let that hand come down. Take your left knee to your elbow on the outside, not the inside. Press back and tap. Inhale, bring it to your elbow. Press it across and tap. Good. Last one. Tap that elbow and then press it across. Hold it this time. Squeeze the belly in. Feel the stretch on that side body. Woo. Yeah, that feels good. And then lift it, bring it back, release it. Maybe you sit back on the tops of your feet. Maybe not. Trust your body, right? Trust yourself. Big deep breath. Yep, shake out the wrists. Little chatty buddies here. And then come back to table pose. Spread your fingers this time, downward facing dog. Widen the feet just a little bit from your normal and just stretch it out as you bend one knee and then the other. Notice if you lose the integrity of the hands, the arms, or the shoulders, right? Here we are bending one knee and then the other. So we think about the legs, but we want to keep that upper body nice and strong. There you go. Bend just your right knee and stretch the left leg. And think about what we did on the floor, where we were flexing the foot and stretching the back of your lower leg. That's it. And then switch sides and breathe. Here we are stretching the back of the right leg. Switch sides again, listen up. I want you to plant your right foot more and take your left foot to the top of the foot. And then maybe come into a little plank pose. So my left foot is My left toes are on the floor. My belly is squeezing. We're stretching the front of that leg. Release it. I know. Switch into your left leg. Flatten the top of your right foot and lean into plank. Big deep breath. How's the rest of your pose? You got it. Good. Down dog. Plant both feet. Take them wide on your mat. Wide, wide. Walk your hands all the way back. Bend your knees as much as you need to so that your fingertips touch the floor. You're in a kind of wide squat here. Press the knees out as if someone were pushing those knees out to either side so the knees don't curl in. Squeeze your lower belly, hands come to knees. I want you to come to neutral. So what's neutral in your spine? You're coming halfway up. Everything in the middle is tightened in some, and then press up the rest of the way. And shake it out. Woo. I know. All right. So you're back to the mat with your feet wide. You're going to bend your knees again. And you kind of notice, right? As soon as you bend the knees, do they tend to curl in for you? And so I want you to press them out, not overly. I want you to press them out so that they're in alignment. So press them out, press your behind back, but then lengthen the sacrum, tone the lower belly in. Hands come to knees and breathe. Notice it, right? How's that feeling in your body? Does your chest tend to sink down here? I want you to keep it lifted. Big squeeze to your belly. Take just your left arm out and breathe. And then press it all the way up as you stand. Press it back down as if you were gonna like axe, chop a piece of wood. And then take it out, stand up and come down. What's happening with your knees? Press down, take it out, press down and hold. Squeeze your belly. I'm going to turn around because I'm going to hit a wall otherwise. Take your other arm out. Woo! How's that working for you? Take that arm out. You can release this hand down for now. Take it up and then axe it straight. Down you go, out, up and forward, down, up and forward. Take it out, hold. Squeeze your belly, take the other one out and hold. Woo! Press both feet away from each other isometrically. Squeeze your belly. Don't let your chest fall to the floor and stand up. And shake it out. Yep, big deep breath. And come on to the front of your mat. Oh, I got a lot of energy this morning. Yay! Inhale, take it up. Exhale, take it down. Soften your knees and step back with your right leg. Lower your right knee to the floor. Bring your blocks into your space. Hands are on blocks. Release your back toes. Squeeze in through your belly. Right? And just notice that small action right there. It's way down here. Squeeze it in as if you were going to do a cat pose. And then release. Squeeze right there. And release. Next time you squeeze, I want you to hold. Squeeze it in. Start to lift the chest. Release the hands. Keep them close to your body. And then take them up. And breathe. Take your left hand back to your knee and stretch over to the left side. So here we are again, right? Stretching the right side. I want you to squeeze those ribs in and then let them go back out. Squeeze them in and back out. Last one, squeeze them in and back out again. And release, hands come to your blocks. Lift your right knee off the floor. If your blocks are steady and you're on second level or lower, press your hands into your blocks, step back to plank pose. Step forward with your right leg. Lower your left knee to the floor. Unleash your toes. Here we are again. Squeeze in belly and release. Squeeze it in. I want you to feel where you're feeling this. Squeeze in low belly, low belly, low belly. And release. Good. This one, knee down. Squeeze it in. Take your hands to your knees. Reach up. Both arms up. Legs are energized here. Find your core. Take your right hand back down to the knee and stretch over to the left. Big deep breath. If this throws you off balance, don't worry about it. Just stay in a regular lunge, right? No big deal. And then squeeze in the side ribs and take it over again. Squeeze in side ribs and over. 2 more. Squeeze them in. It's almost like you're squeezing in from the center. Squeeze and release. And then take your hands down to your blocks. Press and lift your knee. Squeeze your belly. Step back to plank. Hold. Where is your plank? Breathe, 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 everybody. Lower your knees to the floor and maybe sit back in a little child's pose. That's it. Good. Come on up. You know it's way too early to rest. Way too early. All right, left foot forward. Left foot forward. 1 knee's down, 2, your right knee is up. Scissor the inner thighs together. 1 hand to 1 knee, other hand to 1 knee. I want you to curl in through the belly as if you were doing a cat pose, and then lift the chest. Take the hands in, reach them up. Press through your back leg strongly. Your back leg, your back knee can be on the floor, no big deal. You can have your hands on your blocks, no big deal. Want you to take your right hand to your hip. Careful here, right? Balance work. Reach over with your left arm. Squeeze everything to center. Take it up. Bring both hands up. Switch sides. Whew. And stretch. I know. Take it up. Bring the hands close to your body. Take them down to your blocks. Step back to plank. Breathe. You know, in plank, your knees can be down. Step forward, right leg. Your choice, knee up or knee down. Scissor the inner thighs to each other. Take your hands to your knee. Squeeze in through your belly and then lift up through your chest. Take the arms up. Woo, squeeze the back leg. Remember, knee up, knee down. You got this. Take your left hand to your hip. Stretch over to the left, right? This is tricky. This is harder than the other side. Good, take them up. Take your hand to your right hip. Stretch over. Oh, boy, does that feel good. Say good morning to your psoas muscle. Oh, take it up. Hands close to your body. Take them down to your blocks. Step back, plank. Big deep breath. You got this, everybody. Shoulders away from your ears. Belly squeezed in. Piece o' cake. Lower your knees to the floor. Oh, and maybe sit back for a moment. And breathe. Good. Good, good, good. Set your blocks aside for now. We're going to come back up in a minute, but I want you to lay, I'm going to mirror again here. So you're laying on your right hip. And I want you to come down to your elbow. Your knees are bent nice and easy, little 45-degree angle. And you feel this underside of your ribs, right? You can even put your hand here. Tone the low belly and then squeeze the ribs away from the floor and let them come down. Squeeze them in. And let them come down. Good. 3 more right here. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Hold. Let it come down. Squeeze it in and down. Last one. Big squeeze in. Big, big, big. Hold. Take the opposite arm up. Hold. Big deep breath. 1, stay here. 2, press into your forearm. Lift your hips off the floor. Breathe. Feeling good? Feeling good, right? Feeling really good? Take the top leg off the bottom leg. Woo. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the leg, lower the hips, lower the arms. Listen up. Staying right here. If you can, I want you to press into your hand and stretch out that side body. You can let the shoulder hike up. That's okay. We're taking this long line right here. Good. Switch sides. I was going to do one more thing, but I think my brain won't keep it all straight. So we'll switch sides. Switch sides. I'm too honest for my own good, right? Like, I can't remember all that. All right, you're down on your elbow. Your knees are bent softly. You can, by the way, put a block between the knees. I didn't mention that, but I don't think most of you need that. So your hand at your ribs, right? That lower rib, squeeze them up and down. Good. Squeeze them up and down. Squeeze, hold, right? What do you feel? And down. Squeeze it up, hold. And down. Last one here. Squeeze it up, hold. 1, you're here. 2, you're going to take those hips off the floor. Take the arm up to the ceiling. Watch the head, neck. Don't let your head hang all kind of weird ways, right? Still feel good. Top leg comes off. Breathe. Push into the bottom leg. Squeeze that glute. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the leg. Lower the hips. Lower the arm. Press into your left arm and stretch out that whole left side of yours. Again, mirroring here in case it's confusing. Big deep breath. Good. Come on up. Switch sides. Here's what I wanted to do on the other side, but was afraid I would forget. Come down to your elbow and straighten your bottom leg. Take your top leg, and for most of us, it's just going to sit in front. If that feels terrible for some reason, you can set it behind as well. But I think most everybody will be okay with that foot in the front. So feel this again and squeeze it in and hold. Tone your belly. Flex your bottom leg. If you can, from here, this already squeezed in, lift up your hips. So now we're in a variation of side plank, right? I've got a soft fist here. I'm pressing in, elbow to shoulder, nice lined up. Squeeze it all in and take the arm up. Push into that bent knee, that foot. Try to keep your ankle of your long leg off the floor. So big flex of the foot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the hip. Lower the hand. Listen up. Come back into your hand, and you might feel an even deeper stretch along your side body. That might feel really good. You might notice one side tighter than the other. So there's a place to play. All right, so you're gonna release, you're gonna switch sides. So if you're following me and I'm mirroring, right? You're on your left elbow, your left leg is straight, your right leg is in front. Flex your long leg foot, right? Get that leg energy, get some energy in that leg. And then this underside again, I want you to squeeze it in. Let it go for a moment. Squeeze it in and hold. So this whole area should feel like, not like a girdle, right? That had to be horrible back then, but just like you've really drawn it all toward the center point of your belly. Press into your forearm, optionally push into your foot, and lift your hips. Now this foot on the floor is really doing a lot of the work. So press in, press those ribs away from that side body, away from the floor, and breathe. Take the arm up. Really fire up the long leg. Try to keep the ankle bone off the floor, right? So really flex your foot. Squeeze it up, squeeze it in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. And then press into your hand to lift and stretch. Big deep breath. I think I have a mutiny in the room. All right, back to the other side, and then we're done with this little series here. Go back to your other side, your right side. You're back down on your elbow, top or bottom leg is straight, top leg is forward. So we're already been here, right? Some of you might just hang out right here. Draw the low ribs in, right? Work the low belly and just hang. This is awesome. This is working this core strength. And I haven't even taken the course yet. All right, so press into your forearm. Here we are. You choose your step along the way. Press in, lift up if you want, squeeze it in. Your hand, I think that your top hand can be on the floor for a moment to straighten your bottom or straighten your top leg and then press up. Now, so much harder. Stack the legs, keep the ankle bone off the floor, squeeze the heck out of your side body and hand to the floor, lower slowly, lift up straight legs. Holy moly, there's a stretch. You feel that? Feels good. And release, other side. I promise we're done with this little bit. You're down on your elbow. Your bottom leg is straight. Your top leg is forward or back works too. Okay. Press down, elbow, shoulder, nice line. Squeeze in and lift the hips. Optional, of course, arm up, foot stays on the floor, or the hand stays down just to stabilize you as you straighten the legs and then lift up. Woo! Yeah, baby. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hand down, lower slowly, both legs straight, press into your hand, stretch out your side body. Big deep breath, everybody. And release it. I know, just sit for a moment, just sit. Because this is all for a reason. Of course it's for a reason. So, oh, just sit, just chill, right? How's that feel? Maybe do like circles with your ribs. Just feel that. Side body does not get worked a whole bunch in anything really in life, right? Woo, good. Take the arms out. See if you can just go side to side. Focus on the ribs, right? Hips are stationary. Woo, yeah, right? I feel that. And come back to center. Awesome. Come on back to table. We're not here long. Table pose, squeeze the belly, downward facing dog. Notice that your legs are feeling a lot more open. Maybe they're afraid. We're gonna open up so she doesn't go there. Walk your hands back, bend your knees a bunch, hands to knees, squeeze the belly first. Lift the chest second, come all the way up. Shake it out. All right, so front of your mat, left foot forward, right foot back. Warrior 2 stance. What's that mean? We know this by now, right? For most of us, front heel to back heel or front heel to back arch. Back arch is a little more challenging only because it shortens that base a little bit. So you decide If that's still weird, if you're still wobbly, go wide, right? Take that front foot all the way to the edge of your mat. That's okay, because we want stability first and foremost. All right, so here we are. Thing about Warrior Two, you've heard me say it before, is this spill of the pelvis. Like we're like, what, right? We just dump it down, the lower back arches in. Yeah, we don't want that. Tailbone down, sacrum down, low belly in. Your pose is, I call it an open hip pose. So your pose, your side body is what is most open, as opposed to front body in Warrior One. And you're tracking front knee over front ankle, right? Piece of cake. We've done this pose a zillion times. Arms come out and you gaze over your front foot. Just watch your front knee, everybody. See if you can keep it tracking toward the outside as opposed to the inside, second and third toes. Squeeze the belly in. Take your bottom arm down to your thigh. Take the top arm up. This is a variation of extended side angle. Notice nothing changed with the legs. Tone the belly in even more. Open the chest even more. Here's where it's going to get tricky. So 1, you're here. 2, you release the bottom arm and just take it off your knee. Oh, right? 1, you're here. 2, the arm reaches out. Now you're carrying all that weight. Watch your bodies here. Have fun with this. Woo! Lift up. Reach back. Oh yeah. Reach up. Arms out. Release the hands. Straighten the leg. Turn your right toes in. Turn your left toes out. Mirroring again. I think I'm going to mess you all up. My right leg is forward. Probably your right leg is forward, right? Bend your front knee. Here we are. Right? We just think about it. If you're not sure, if you're arching your back and dumping your pelvis, just move it a little. It's okay to move, right? We're not statues. So just move it. Where is it? It is amazing that through life, we do so much movement. I do too, without an awareness of what it is we're doing because it's so habitual. So here in yoga, we get to bring more awareness in. Tailbone is down, lower belly is in. Back glute is active, right? Is yours active? Can you feel it? Is it active? Right. Front knee ankle alignment, arms come out. Soften the shoulders. Is there any ease in this, right? There's steadiness. Is there ease? Front forearm to front thigh. Palm face up. Take the top arm over the ear. Re-engage the low belly. Re-engage that length through your sacrum and tailbone. Think about it. 1, you're just taking the elbow off. You can drop it right back down, right? This is core work. Or you can reach the arm. This is hard. For me, it's hard. So if it's hard for you, we're on the same team. Breathe, everybody. All right, take both arms up. Take both arms back. Woo. Big deep breath. Oh yeah. Take them up. Take them out. Warrior Two. And release those arms. Turn all your toes forward. Big deep hinge of your hips, length through your back. Let the arms come forward some to get real length in your spine. Little bit of tone to the belly. Check out where you're holding your feet. Just breathe. Walk the hands back. Turn the toes out, bend your knees. Hands to knees. Come on up. Woo. And heel toe together. Right? All right. I say like I have this song in my head that nobody else can hear. Scary. All right. Grab one of your blocks, take it to the left side of your mat. Let me move this one out of the way just so it's not confusing. Take your left foot forward. Your block is to the outside of your left ankle. Step back with your right leg. Check your alignment, right? Warrior two, here we are. It's beautiful, right? We know this. Belly in, tailbone long, hands to hips, straighten the leg. Now, triangle pose. I love triangle pose. Got to watch the knee. Just don't hyperextend it. Just don't like pop it back so hard. How do I avoid that? Me, myself, I tend to lift my toes and I press through the ball mound, engages this quadricep muscle, right? And then I know I'm not going to go too far with that knee. All right, arms out. How are we? One, you're staying here. Belly tones in, tailbone long. We're pressing through the back leg. All I want you to do is take your top hand to your thigh, wherever it's going to go. And then purposefully start to slide down. You're going to know, you're going to get to a point where it does not feel good anymore and you feel your underside body collapse. So go where your hand's going to go. It can be on your shin. It can be on your block that's to the outside of your ankle. And take the top arm up. Squeeze in through the belly. Now, the last thing is these top ribs. I want you to draw them down a little bit. Take the arm up. Breathe. Squeeze your belly. One, you're here. Two, you're going to lift off your block or off your leg. So we're working core again. Breathe. Take that bottom arm, reach it up all the way, all the way, all the way. And release. Okay. Turn your toes in. Maybe squat and grab your block because you're such a good squatter at this point, and take it to the outside of your right ankle. Here we are again. Other side. Tone in. Open hip pose. Leg is straight. Maybe you press into the ball mound of that foot and lift the toes. Maybe you don't. Does it feel different to you if you do? Take the arms out to start. You're gazing over your front hand. I want you to just drop your front. And then I want you to start to slide. Go slow. How's it feel? I love this tactile information because it allows me to go slow to see where am I in my body? Am I starting to collapse? Maybe your hand goes to your block. Maybe it's to your shin. Okay. Squeeze in, lengthen through the tailbone, and then take the top part of the ribs and just draw them down a little. Big deep breath. One, you're here. Two, squeeze in tight, lift off your block. And then take the arms up. Good, release, turn your toes. Big hinge, come on down. Soft shoulders, soft elbows. Big deep breath. Good, heel toe in. Bend the knees, hands to knees. You know what to do by now. Squeeze in the low belly, then lift your chest, then come on up and roll it out. Shake it out. Good, you can move your block out of the way. Maybe a wall spot. We're gonna do a simple tree pose, but we're just gonna add in one little element to keep it kind of in line with our class. So pick a leg. I'm going to stand on my right leg. You might want to, if you're mirroring with me, it's your left leg. And then come into your tree pose. You can have hand to a wall. Now we know, right? Tree pose is anywhere up or down this leg. If your heel is to the inner knee, that's generally not recommended because it takes a lot of control. Now, if you're in tree, you know, take that sassy hip out, squeeze it in, whoop, squeeze it in, hands to hips. Tone in through the lower belly and feel your tailbone lengthen. Check your hips. Do they feel pretty even? Does your waist feel pretty even to you? I want you to take, if you're mirroring here, it's your right hand to your inner knee. Sorry, trying to do 3 things at once. So press your hand to the inner knee, that knee that's bent, and squeeze in tall. Take your left arm up and reach over, whoop, to the left. There I went. Breathe, everybody. There we go. And take it up. Wowee. Both arms up. She's holding on for dear life. And let go. Shake it out. Wobbly. All right, other side. Find your pose, everybody. Plant through your foot. Find your tree pose on the other side. Bring in the outer hip, right? And pause. Take one hand to the inner knee. Take the other arm up. Find your breath. If you can, slight side bend here. Breathe. Oh, I know what happened. There we go. And release. I love it when things work in practice and then they don't work on screen. Keeps me humble. All right, come on back to your mats, everybody. Let's release all that work. I know, whole bunch of work today. Inhale it up. Exhale it all the way down. Whew. Just feel your forward fold. If your blocks are there, you can rest your hands on your blocks. Just feel those hamstrings, the backs of your legs stretch out really nicely. Big deep breath. Let the back of the neck go. Let the back of the head go. Stay with it. Bend the knees more. Plant your hands, step back, down dog. Shake it out. Find your breath. Bend your knees, let your knees come to the floor. Woo. Good. And then release and come onto your back. All the way down. Your feet are on the floor. We're not quite done yet. Draw the shoulders back toward the floor. And just feel your body for a moment. Maybe even a few pelvic tilts and tucks, just to soften it up. Bring both knees to your chest. Hold on to your right knee, stretch the left leg long. Let it come all the way to the floor. Squeeze in through your belly. Take the hands behind your right knee and take it up to the ceiling. Draw the shoulders down, right? Best you can while you're holding that leg. Both legs are flexed. Squeeze your left glute and then lift your left leg. 1, you're holding on to your leg. 2, the hands are down at your sides. Press the shoulders down, squeeze the belly in. Relax your head, your neck, your jaw, right? All that should be really relaxed here. Point your toes, squeeze the belly, flex your feet. Point, flex, make sure you're not arching. Point and flex. Lower your left leg. Bring your right knee to your chest. Switch sides. Left knee in, right leg long. Pause there. Hands behind your knee, take the leg up. Draw the shoulders down. Right away, the low belly engages. Now squeeze your right glute. Feel that. Lift the right leg. Feel that, right? You're either holding the leg, hands go back down to your sides, press the arms and the shoulders into the floor. Point, flex, point, woo, flex. One more for good measure, point, flex. Bring your knee to your chest, lower your right leg. And then both legs straight. Walk both heels to the left side of your mat. Shimmy the shoulders toward the left side of your mat. Your left arm goes down at your side, nice, comfortable, relaxed. Your right arm goes overhead, soft elbow, so that everything is heading toward the left side. Your head is soft and relaxed wherever it is. Take a deep breath. Soften your face, soften your eyes. Just breathe deep. Optionally, and only if it feels okay, you're crossing your right ankle over your left ankle. That's going to deepen it. The secret here, the key is that your right hip stays down on the floor. If you cross ankles and it lifts your right hip, it's too deep. Just breathe. Good. If your ankles are crossed, release it. Slide the legs back to neutral, slide the shoulders back to neutral, release the arms, walk the ankles or the feet over to the right edge of your mat, shimmy the shoulders to the right edge of your mat, watch for that lift of the hip, and take the left arm overhead. Deep breath, everybody. And then cross the ankle if it makes sense for you. Deep breath. Undo the ankles. Walk those feet back to center, the shoulders, the arms release. Bend both knees. Roll the knees over to one side and come on up. I decided I wanted my twist to be different than where I was headed. So I want you to grab both of your blocks, if you have them, and put them right in front of you so that if you're sitting with your right hip, again, mirroring for you here, if you're sitting with your right hip, that block is just to the outside of your right hip, and then the other block is stacked. And then grab your blanket and make it kind of a little bit thick, either 2 or 3 folds, and lay it right over your blanket. So we are mimicking a bolster here since we don't have bolsters. Your legs are comfortable. I hope you can stack both knees. That might be better for most of us, or you can stack one leg behind the other. And then turn your attention to that blanket, that bolster, that nice little setup here, and one hand on either side. So think twist, right? But also a restorative twist. As you start to walk your hands down, now once you get down low, you might find that you have to change your bolsters or your block one way or the other. You can turn your head one way or the other. You can rest your forehead. I'm just going to keep my head up so I can not muffle with my little earbuds here. I'll just breathe. And allow your upper body to relax over your blocks, over your blanket. You have a big fat pillow at home. This works really nicely, a couple stacked pillows. And just soften, right? Really soften into, let the blocks and the blanket really support you here. Notice the legs. You can certainly shift the legs, especially that top leg can go a little straighter or a little further back. See how it feels in your body. See if you can relax here. Maybe a deeper breath or two. Good. As you start to release, hands come to the floor. You're going to press yourself up away from the blocks and then pause for a second and then walk the hands back and release it. Good. I'm just going to turn so that I don't have to move all my props. So again, take your hip toward your blocks and then turn toward them as if you were just checking it out, right? And once you've got that, once that feels good, go ahead and start to lower down. And just let yourself be for a few moments, a few breaths here. Let yourself surrender into the blocks. Let your belly be soft. Maybe one or two nice deep breaths here. And then as you release, that felt so good, I didn't want to move. As you release, press into your hands to lift up. And then release it. All right, so we're going to do one more thing. This is our Shavasana. You're going to take those same blocks and I want you to turn them so they're aligned or parallel with the short edge of your mat. So they're, this way. And one is, a little bit lower, one is a little bit higher. And then you're going to take your blanket and open it up to the higher block. And here's where my madness comes in. So you're going to lay your blanket, you're going to lay your legs over your block. My knees are pretty open here. I think just the bottom of the block is at the top of the knees. My ankles the ankles are nice and supported. My feet are hanging off my blocks. I want you to take one edge of your blanket and roll it around your thighs tight. We're cocooning our legs, okay? And then you're going to take the other long edge of your blanket and you're going to cocoon again, tight, like really tight. Maybe you lift up a little and snug it under a block. So you're in a little papoose here, right? From there, you're going to lay down. Oh, so that your legs are tight in your blanket and they're up on the blocks and supported so that you can just let your whole upper body completely and utterly chill out. So I hope that you were able to do this. Notice that your legs aren't going to go anywhere, right? They are snug there. So you can really let go through the pelvis, through the belly, through the side body. Maybe the palms are face up. The back of the neck long. The jaw soft. And then we bring our mind's eye into the core of our bodies. And I'm not talking muscle here. I'm talking about those core foundations of love and compassion, of understanding, of truth. Just let that be the center of our focus. We feel our hearts swell with the inhale and soften with the exhale. We slowly soften. Let me see if we can soften even more. For those of you who are ready to come out of this just lovely little restorative pose, start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Those of you who are loving this and want to stay longer, just let me be background noise. Slowly come on out. If that blanket is still wrapped around you, let it stay there as you slowly bend your knees and feel that cocoon stay tight within your body as you squeeze the knees in toward chest. And then maybe roll to one side as the blanket starts to undo itself. And then very slowly, as you're ready, press all the way up to your seated pose. Bring your hands to your heart. Bow to what grows in us, be it love, be it compassion, be it peace. Let's feed those core values and emotions. Namaste.
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 Thank you, everyone. Let me stop our